All right, so just to keep this real simple, guys, all you need to measure is a food scale. This is gonna be the most important thing you have because you're gonna have to weigh certain things out. I'll show you how to use that in just a second. It's super easy. You need measuring cups. I honestly don't use these that much, but I occasionally use them. You need measuring spoons. I probably use these more than I use the measuring cups. And then you might want a liquid measuring cup. I have not used this one single time because the liquids I just measure with the spoons or the cups. But this might come in handy if you use a lot of liquids or if you do a lot of cooking. So the spoons, you're gonna use those basically for any kind of oil, like olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, something like honey or nut butters. You're gonna measure with the measuring spoons. Nut butters especially, they'll typically, a serving size is gonna be 2 tablespoons. So you're gonna take literally 2 of these out. So I scoop it out of there and then I just use my finger to put it on the thing or use a knife or something. Or I just, if I eat it straight out of here, I just eat it out of the spoon and then I wash it off when I'm done, of course. Now, meat and chips, you're gonna use the food scale for. So here's how you use it, super simple. Hit the on button, wait for the numbers to go to 0. Okay, so we got that zeroed out. Once that's zeroed out, when you turn it on, you're gonna add a container to it, and that's gonna be the container that you fill up with whatever food. Now I like to keep an empty one. If I keep food in a container like this, I'll keep an empty container of the same sort. So that way I put the empty container on, I hit on again, and it zeroes it out. So now it reads 0 with this on it. Now if I do this, I get the measurement of the smoked salmon without this being included because I zeroed it out with that thing on. So that's 5.26 ounces. That's hard to read upside down. So this is 5.26 ounces of salmon. So I'm gonna do 2 things. If I were to eat this entire thing, which I'm not right now, I would enter 5.26 ounces in my FitnessPal, number 1, and then number 2, I would eyeball this amount and I'd remember, okay, that's about 5.25 ounces. And I wanna do that every time I measure on the scale because that's how I'm gonna start to learn to eyeball measurements really accurately. Okay, you'll also use the food scale for something like potato chips. Now potato chips, I love these, obviously, if you've seen videos of me eating them. So here's what you do with the potato chips. Put the bowl on, hit on again, so it zeroes it out. Now it reads 0 ounces. And then you pour the potato chips in the bowl and you take that measurement. I like to eat them 2 ounces at a time because 2 ounces is 300 calories. I get as close to 2 ounces as possible because I don't want to go too much over with those. And it's easy to go over with them. Just another handful of chips give you another ounce, and that's 150 calories. So I pour the chips in there. I put 2 ounces in. You put however much you want in. And then I eat them out of the bowl until they're gone. Then if I want to have more, I have to put in another 2 ounces. So it automatically factors in being intentional about how many chips I eat. I don't just eat chips out of the bag. I wouldn't recommend that. Similarly, I wouldn't just eat nut butter out of the jar with absolutely no clue how much I'm eating. Do not eyeball and guess on nut butter and chips initially. They're high-fat foods, so you're gonna guess way under, and you're gonna eat hundreds of calories over what you think you're eating, and I know because I've done it before, okay? So just to reiterate, you need the food scale. This is a must. Now you just hold down the off button to turn it off. You need a food scale. This one is called eTech City. It was about 11 bucks, E-T-E-K-C-I-T-Y, eTech City. It's like 11 or 12 bucks on Amazon. I use this thing all the time. Measuring cups, measuring spoons, and then possibly a measuring glass. I would definitely recommend some Tupperware to store your food. These are 32 ounce or 4 cup containers. These work really well for me. You can fit a small serving of complex carbs, good serving of meat, and a good serving of vegetables all in here. And that's a good amount of food. So these are great Tupperware containers. I like the shape of them because they can stack on top of each other too. All right, that's how you get started measuring.